have you been?
Dave!
Steve? Dude!
Danilo!
What are you doing in my bathrobe?
What are you doing?
Where's your bathrobe?
My bathrobe?
Yeah, the one with the diamonds and the sequences and everything?
It's in the laundry.
Oh, okay.
I never understood the Yankees. Never did.
You converted, dude?
No. Oh, I got it upside down.
Dude,
Yeah. I'm trying.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're trying
My
to
father will be
welcome
proud
back.
of you. It's about time you wear the right hat in my
I'm
house.
trying to do it.
I missed you.
Welcome to the light side.
Welcome back, sir. Get out of my seat, man. You know better than that.
I was waiting for you guys. You guys are late.
Yeah. My house. How can I be late?
Huh? You know
Party starts when I show up.
Oh, you didn't leave that key in the door for me?
No.
Key? Door?
Oh, man. What's up, guys? Welcome to Pete's Basement, where Steve is back and Pete joins us again. A lot of cool stuff happened this week. Secret Invasion 2 came out, and we'll get to that later on. First, let's run through a few books that DC put out that we give a shit about. Good or bad.
Thankfully,
otherwise.
no countdown. Thankfully, no countdown.
Yes.
It's about time.
Although they did put out a massive bullshit leading into the final crisis.
I didn't even notice it on the shelves.
We're not reviewing it. Don't ask us to, or you can ask us to. Expect us to make fun of you online.
Yeah.
Horrible books, and they put out a bunch of them.
The Paul Dini Detective Comics arc just finished this week. I didn't get a chance to read these yet, but Ramon, you did. So, spoil it for me. Tell me what the fuck happened. Because I noticed this should have been like massively
There's a new
late.
ventriloquist.
Okay. Yeah, the
And,
girl, right.
Yeah, it's this hot chick, and she's nuts. Completely nuts. And it's just refreshing Batman's rogue galleries I see that DC's doing, which is sweet. Batman still rocks. Zatanna's trying to get in his pants. And you can't go wrong.
Tanner's been trying to get in his pants since the cartoon show.
Yeah, and I
You
think
know-
they brought it over to the comic books.
But Paul Dini is the guy in charge of the travesty that was Countdown. So how bad was the writing in this issue? I mean, I flipped through it.
It was
and it was
okay.
mad awkward. Like, it was just fucking Zatanna's like, when are you going to reveal your inner self to me, Bruce? And it's fucking Batman. Like, when did this become a novella? Like, what the fuck is...
I like when you know your voice. No, it's happened like that for a couple of issues now. Where she came in and she's trying to kick games him because she didn't mind wipe him and there's some tension there, just slightly.
So overall, was it a good story?
Yeah, it was alright.
You guys might not even know what this is. Sometime back in 1987, Richard Donner was writing Superman, and they came out with this Last Son of Krypton story with General Zod and Ursa actually making it into continuity, and I don't know. They finally concluded it, like fucking 30 years later or some shit.
We've gone through a couple of presidents since then, so things might have changed. Thankfully, the storyline here didn't.
Action
and it still
Comics
sucks.
Annual 11. I guess the reason it was so delayed was because they had to figure out how to write Action Comics 11 in Kryptonian.
That would have been a fucking improvement.
You know what, before I even get into the story, they had the audacity to give us a variant cover to this bullshit.
That was ballsy.
If any one of you bought that variant cover, you should just stab yourself in the skull with a spoon. I can't believe they actually gave you a variant cover to this thing, man. Like, it's been so long, like, you'll be lucky if they'll be lucky if you even still care about the story,
Does this take place even in continuity? Because I saw the kid Chris Kent exists somewhere in
Superman, he's running around as
he's
Superman.
around, yeah.
And meanwhile, at the end of this issue, he's lost. We won't ruin the ending for you, but yeah, something happens that Chris Kent is, abominable for a little while.
But I mean, I saw him when I was picking up issues of Action and Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still floating around there.
So he's in the new issues of Action Comics, but this one, a story arc that is literally about 9 months old, that just concluded, he's mysteriously lost.
So there's another one of these things where it's a throwaway. There's nothing in continuity.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And you know what's really
Another nice
horrible?
job, Dan Didio. Another nice job.
The writing in the story itself, ending notwithstanding, was good. Like, there were a lot of times where I turned around and said, holy shit, that was cool, or that was pretty funny. You'll see Lex Luthor do a lot of cool shit in this. You'll see Parasite and Metallo do some seriously cool shit. A lot of Metallo really steps up as a potentially badass villain in the Superman universe, and if you pick this issue up, you'll see why. Oddly enough, I do recommend it purely for, what those three characters do. Parasite and especially Metallo and Lex Luthor have some awesome scenes, and I would just suggest you read it and disregard the rest of the book.
Yeah, there you go.
Anybody disagree with that one?
No, I can't. Are we finally leaving DC land? Because I'm
Yes, we are.
getting a little queasy.
Yeah, that was the only thing DC put out this week that I cared about.
Hey there, welcome to another episode of Penny's Creepy Comics Corner. With all the hubbub from the convention, it was kind of easy to kind of toss aside all the crap that's been coming out the last 2 weeks, so I want to get to some books. The first one is Pigeons from Hell. Oh my god, I had to buy this just from the title and the cover. It's so corny, and it's actually a retelling of Robert E. Howard's Shocking Tale by Joe Lansdale and his artist team of Nathan Fox and Dave Stewart. All I know is that it was called Pigeons from Hell, and it was so corny that I had to own it. These two sisters, who are descendants of slaves, inherit this old house down in the swamplands of Louisiana. The house is in shambles, and they go there with a bunch of friends of theirs to kind of check it out and stay a while. It's a dump. It's a dump and a half, but it still doesn't even do my bedroom justice. Plus, don't forget about the weird dead pigeon magnet room that it has upstairs. There's like all the pigeons just go there to die in it. So they think they're gonna get in this cool house, and now they're stuck in this dump. Try to leave, but just one bad thing after the next keeps happening. And it's just not cool for our friends here. Pigeons from Hell should be available at comic outlets everywhere. Maybe you overlooked this book because the title was so corny, and you were just like, Pigeons from Hell? Give me a break. But you should actually pick it up, because it's really cool. Last show, I showed you about this book called Everybody's Dead that came out. Well, Everybody's Dead 2 is out, and now the brains have hit the fan. Our group of college kids must creatively fend for themselves against the undead, or mutant cannibals, as they were first called. Issue 1, I don't know where it is. I can't really find it lying around in the stores anymore for you guys, but just check out Pete's Basement episode 11, and I'll give you the rundown of issue 1, and then just get issue 2, because that's when all the zombies come around anyways. The only other thing you need to know that I didn't spoil in the rundown was that the zombies started when a meteor plummeted in front of the campus, and then anybody who saw the bright light from the meteor is now a zombie. It's cool because the zombies are different. They're not completely brainless like flesh-eating zombies. Well, at least not for short periods of time. It's like cartoony and comedic, and I like this book. I think it's really cool, so I think you should pick it up too. Another book I mentioned last show was Living with the Dead, and I was saying how I only found issue 2 and I didn't know anything else about it. Well, never fear, because now it's out in a trade. Oh, I think it's 4 issues, 3 or 4 issues are out, and there's no really origin of the zombie thing. It's like there was a virus. That's it. The book starts where these guys are already living with the zombies. There's so many zombie books out there. Are you not sickened yet? There's Marvel Zombies, Living with the Dead, Everybody's Dead, Walking Dead. I think there's one called I Hate Zombies, Zombie Broadway. Dude, there's even one called Jesus Hates Zombies. I think I'm going to do blogs in the future. Well, moving away from zombies and monsters, I want to talk about supernatural stuff. Witchblade number 117. Why aren't you reading Witchblade? It is like so awesome. I've been reading Witchblade since high school, and there was a little down period where it wasn't as cool, but now it's totally redeemed itself, and it's been awesome. I've been collecting it for, like I said, since high school. You need to get the last 3 trades that came out. It's like a collection of a bunch of books. The first one that they stuck out was $5. So you can't even beat that. For $5, the book was like that thick. So pick up those 3, then pick up Firstborn, and then just whatever's coming out now, and totally dive into this book. The art, I can't say this artist's name, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to put his name on the bottom of the screen. But that guy, I'm contemplating plunging him in the skull and eating his brain so I can gain his artistic ability. That would be so sweet. Right now in the book, there's some kind of like murderer going around killing people the way the apostles were martyred. So they're all like crucified, and it's really sick and cool. So you need to read that. And may I say, I don't like this Witchblade chick. This other one, this Daniel Baptist, who has the other half of the Witchblade. She's an idiot. She's like the biggest asshole around. She is such a rookie. Dude, she just met this guy, and already she's like, oh yeah, the Witchblade does this, and it does that, and this is the origin. Shut the hell up. Why are you blabbering it to strangers? You don't know this guy. That guy's shifty. I don't trust that guy. And look, she jumped into bed with him already. She's a stupid skink. I don't know what the Witchblade sees in her. I don't think she should have it. I mean, just look at the cover. I told you that guy was not to be trusted, and you totally trusted him. Nobody listens to Penny. Oh, Daniel Baptist. I think Sarah Pazzini should beat the crap out of her and slap some sense into her. Well, that's it for this episode of Penny's Creepy Comics Corner.
So,
Let's get on to
move
quality.
right along, dude. Secret Invasion, man. Scrolls are going crazy.
Not really, actually. I mean, not that much happened this week.
No, it was a,
That wasn't really that bad.
there was some decent. We now understand. I mean, we all knew it, but they have proven the fact that the people that came out of the space shuttle are basically half Skrulls, half real.
Well, we don't have that, but I like that there's a mix. I like it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what Lineal Yu's art is fucking fantastic.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Skeptic Gamerman, very nice. Bendis, you could have moved this along. More could have happened. I like the Mockingbird.
Yeah, that was
I like
that was a nice dialogue.
I used to
between,
read West Coast
Rogan.
Avengers, and I used to like her
Really?
fucking character. Yeah,
The one?
I was the other one. But it's the last scene where the Skrulls pop. Spoiler alert. Where the Skrulls appear.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes.
They're- Those guys look the one with the fucking like Cyclops claws that look like some
No,
shit.
those Wolverine claws are
Yeah, it looks like
It looks like Fulgor from Killer Instinct.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
or you know what? I'd even take it a step further. It looks like some shit you'd see in a Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
totally,
absolutely.
Great
totally.
stuff. Good lead-in. I'm very interested to see if all the action takes place.
I really like the dialogue when you mentioned Mockingbird. The dialogue between her and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I thought was like really cool. It's just,
Yeah, no, it was good. Hey,
it
again,
was, dare I say, dramatic even. You want to not go that far? You want to give it just a little bit short of dramatic?
I'll say one step shy of dramatic because Bendis is a talky fuck and he
Yeah.
loves this shit. Case in point is Money Avengers, which is just one long talking issue.
Yeah.
Good. Alex Valley's art is great. It's the recruitment issue. More Nick Fury for people who have had the DTs over the last
And
few
Howling
years.
Commandos.
What we
Yeah.
think are the new Howling
yeah,
Commandos,
yeah.
where Nick Fury has this girl whose name escapes me at the moment.
She was from Secret War.
Yeah, if you read
which-
Secret War and there was a character
Right.
in there that you had no clue who the frick she was and where she
This
came
is
from,
her.
this is her.
More spoiler alert. Basically, this reminded me a lot of a book that we'll be reviewing in 2 seconds, which is this is the recruitment issue. It's
Yeah.
the one where the elder statesman goes out and finds characters of superhero lineage, most of them teenagers or whatever, and says, "You guys are going to be some bad motherfuckers. We'll bring you onto my squad now."
Mm-hmm.
You know what it was? It reminds me of Runaways. It reminds me of first issue of Young X-Men.
Second.
You said 2
Second
seconds.
issue.
That's the second issue, but that's the title. It's a good book. It's actually my favorite book of the week. It's the one, but it's talky as fuck. It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is literally like he just sat around and had a discussion with
I
himself.
haven't read this
recorded
one
it.
yet. What
Young
basically
X-Men,
happens?
I take back every good thing I said about it.
Really?
This
It's-
fucking title below.
It's-
You liked
is
it,
a
but you didn't like it?
fucking
I
blow.
liked the first issue. The
Oh,
second,
okay.
I was
First
waiting
was
for the payoff on the second issue. Second issue, the artwork's fine. The storyline makes you want to go out and literally punch the first 5 old ladies I come across. Right in the mouth.
You're a violent clone. That's what you just.
You know what?
You especially like the cover, I know.
Yeah, if
That's-
I ever have a weird science moment, want to create a woman, I will go to Dodson.
I
The
wouldn't
story
look
just
for that.
kind of go. The story just kind of goes nowhere. It's like they don't even have enough training, and Cyclops is still sending them on a witch hunt after the Brotherhood.
Yeah, it's pretty
You know?
It's weak sauce, man. Fucking, what is it? You know,
I don't
the tra-
think that
the
real
traitor
brother-
gets
I think
revealed.
That's just bullshit from Cyclops' end.
Well, but whatever, man. The traitor gets revealed. It's not
Yeah.
really clear why Cyclops is doing this all by himself, considering that fucking what's her name, Emma Frost is giving him Sweet Diamond Head all the time in every other fucking book. So why isn't she here? You're playing the fucking Team Psyche. You know what I mean? It's not good. It's not a good
Yeah.
book. Everyone online who told me I was a complete retard for enjoying the first issue,
Bless you.
you're right. My IQ dropped sharply after reading this. I can no longer tie my shoes. It's all about the Velcro in
He's
2000.
been tripping all over
No,
himself.
this is
Speaking
worse.
of dropping
That
IQs,
is so.
and you know what? The
Yeah,
first
what?
2 issues were good, man.
It's-
I enjoyed the
Yeah.
first 2 issues.
Brian K. Vaughan is so.
Went on an acid trip for this one, man.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. I mean,
The
my
series
God.
started off great, and then. Do you want to just spoil this one so they don't waste their money?
He eats Wolverine's heart. He becomes human again, and then Wolverine chops up his fucking head. Huh?
Makes
What?
no
People-
sense.
None.
For no good reason at all. This dude has been a flaming skull since 1945.
A flaming skull?
Yeah. Not the flaming skull. But
I am
he's
the
just a
skull
bag
and I
of
am
bones.
flaming. What?
He's
I'm gonna
been
pull your heart
in
out.
nuclear
No,
fire
I
since
know,
the
you
atomic
guys-
bomb went off in Hiroshima.
You guys told me about this book, and I knew it was going to suck. I warned you it sucked. You still
You
went
did.
ahead and picked up the third one.
Always what I told you so.
What was
Okay.
it? They packed
You
it.
get one, I
Okay,
told
this
you
was
so.
for
Let it go now.
I'm spending it now. I'm saying this, they packed it with talent, and then it just was fucking horrible. You know what I mean? I didn't buy it, read it on the shelf, knew it was going to suck.
It wasn't the worst shit this week.
wasn't
Cable, I mean, I picked up cable.
You picked up cable?
I picked up cable.
It's
Why?
fine. You know-
It's the last
why?
one. I
It's
swear
not
to God,
good. Why
I would
you
never
do-
pick
okay.
that shit up again.
We-
It's just
we-
bullshit and a fucking.
Did he have the little baby in the armor? Oh my god, it's here.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Explain this to me. Is the baby's mutant power that it's the size of a human hand? Is that it? It's a mini baby? Mini baby.
He's a
Mini
baby.
baby. It's
Oh, but
this is the
baby
newest.
walks
This is the
though.
The
X.
newest mutant is Tom
This is the ex-Messiah, micro baby.
Right.
The artwork.
Oh my god, he's man fucking little right
I
there.
told you, man. It's like having a fucking little baby troll doll.
It's a bird. It's a horny.
Look at this, Cable's got him in his fucking grip.
Right, you know, and he's
That's funny shit.
he's got one of those little baby Jordans the yuppies wear that he keeps them in with a big X on it. This is a horrible fucking book.
It is.
Horrible.
It is bad.
This wasn't even on our list to review, man, but this
No.
panel is gonna have to be scanned for you guys, man. He's holding this thing like a fucking little girl would hold like a...
Like a
fucking
kid.
Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah, really. That's really
The
what
artwork
it is.
is still beautiful. Artwork is
Cabbage
still
Patch
beautiful.
dolls were almost built to scale. This thing...
Yeah, that's a
Why do
that's
they know
a
so much about
mini
Cabbage
ba-
Patch dolls?
Cabbage
Yeah,
Patch.
Come on, man. I grew up in the 80s.
It's like either that or they drew Cable.
My neighbors
way
were two
too
girls. They had
fucking-
Cabbage Patch dolls.
Cabbage Patch.
I used to have my
dolls,
G.I. Joe
flaming
shoot
skulls,
them.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're all over the place with this one. This book blows. Artwork
It
is
does.
its sole redeeming
It-
feature, and the artwork is not worth how bad it is.
No, it isn't.
Who's
Oh,
this?
oh,
Oh,
That's
Cannonball.
Cannonball.
Say the story.
Spoiler alert. Cannonball shows up at the end of it looking like some
That's
sort of
Cannonball?
fucking... Yeah, looking like Fabio with a shotgun. It's horrible. Horrible.
It is Fabio.
Shit.
his nuts must be this big, the old juice he's been doing.
This is just a terrible book. This is another one of those horrible missteps.
Cannonball
missteps that
just showed
Marvel
up in
makes.
a recent in
What's
that
up with the
X-Men
big
Last
fucking
Stand. He
C
looked
on his
normal.
chest? Does he think
Yeah.
he's?
Just
Yeah.
leave it.
Yeah.
But it's a future though.
Yeah, it's a future that no one wants. Hopefully this book will run its course by issue 12.
He took his costume.
Do you think it's even going to last that long?
I hope
No,
not. God, I
fuck,
hope
I hope
not.
not.
Listen to us, people.
You know what? But somewhere in this country, there's some schmuck who's sitting here going like, "This is the greatest issue I've ever seen of any comic book ever. He's got a G.I. Joe arm, and he's gonna buy 5,000 of these just to keep
And a mini baby.
and a mini baby."
You know he's buying the Lifeboat variants. right?
Oh fuck Jesus! No. But
We
someone
got
has to.
some of those for the barbecue episode coming soon.
Coming
as soon as
soon.
the weather holds out, we're going to burn them. Something actually that surprisingly was pretty good this week. Pretty
Yeah.
good. Not perfect by
No.
any stretch of the imagination. And I have to say, one of the reasons it's not perfect is because Marvel, in all of their brilliantness, decided to make seven fuck covers. This book was not good enough to
Robert-
make 7 fucking
It
covers.
doesn't even count. It's just a
Second of
shot
all,
from the movie.
if I'm
So
going to buy a
variant cover.
variant cover like I did with Secret Invasion because I like McNiven's work, if I'm going to buy a variant cover at all, the work better be good.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about any 7
No,
of these
none of them.
covers that makes you want to spend the extra money. They're worthless, man.
You know what? Part of it though is promo for the movie.
Yeah,
They
of course, I
tie
know
it.
that.
That's all.
You know what? The movie doesn't even need promos.
doesn't
It's
need it.
good enough.
Yeah, it's very true.
It's really
The
good.
book came out a week after the movie anyway, so.
But I'll say
So
this.
really, the book is writing the
riding the
coattails of the
coattails
movie.
of-
Well, I'll say
Actually,
this.
yeah, that's what I
You know what?
Yeah.
Ramon knows something this up nicely while we were going over this. Is this really does keep the tone of the movie. Matt Fraction
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
did
a
a
one
really
Yeah.
did a really good job keeping this sort of like snappy tone that they got in the movie.
Mhm.
You can actually hear Robert Downey's voice in this.
Totally.
The idea is, I'm very on the fence about Matt Fraction. He does great work in Iron Fist, but his own book Casanova is fucking just all over the place, and I don't
Could be
particularly
bad
like it.
editing. I mean, if he's writing his own book, maybe nobody's
It could
writing
be.
for him.
This was good. It has a lot of the big ideas that started in the other Iron Man book. When they started it,
I wasn't reading that one.
a lot of people dropped it because the artwork art was what's his name, Ari Granov, who was the guy who actually ended up being a tech consultant on the movie.
Mhm.
It was really fine painted artwork. It looked beautiful, but it came out so infrequently. They had to put on a different creative team.
Right.
Warren Ellis, who, as you all know, I've read a lot of his books, had rebooted Iron Man. This has a lot of that same really good, cool, big science fiction ideas. Matt Fraction's surprisingly coherent. The
Great
artwork's
villain.
really good. Really good villain.
Villain, yep. Looks like
yeah.
the son of
It's the son
Obadiah
of Obadiah
Stane.
Stane.
And he could be a great member of Iron Man's Rogues Gallery. It's a good first issue. It's not great.
Yeah, no,
it's not perfect.
I enjoyed it. It'll definitely bring me back for a second issue.
Yeah,
for sure.
I was gonna say that's what I would say. Is
They will
let's
have
see this-
14 covers next time.
Maybe 28. I mean, depending on how many other tie-ins they can work out. I'll say this. The next issue will be what cements it for me and tells me to drop the book. So
Right.
we'll see.
And I didn't get a chance to read Avengers Invaders yet, but this premiered this week with 3 variant
I
covers.
liked it.
You liked it?
I really fucking
thought it was
did.
okay. It
No,
wasn't
right now, I
spectacular.
mean, the 12 is
We're
out.
split
Superpower, Project Superpower,
Yeah.
which is crap in my eyes. And
No, you're
this
right.
is somewhere in the middle.
This is the creative team.
Is
that
this
did it.
happening in current continuity? Was
No, there's
I don't think
nothing
so.
clear about that. Although
Yeah.
they make cues to it, no?
Because this is the new Avengers,
Well,
and it looks like
yeah,
these people
yeah.
should not be working together.
This is after Civil War, but I think it's before Secret Invasion.
Right.
Yeah, because
Great timing, Marvel. Fantastic
Alex
timing.
Ross, I think, just needs to stay away from writing. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Alex
Yeah.
Ross is writing it?
Yeah.
Alex Ross is
Fine.
writing it.
Just keep
And he's built the cover.
It is. It's the same creative team as the Superpowers book.
I find it so much better.
Is that Firestar?
Maybe because of
No,
the
that's
characters, I like that.
Spitfire. The interior artwork is not that good.
No,
The story is terrible, in my mind. And you know, it's a book that doesn't need to happen now.
It's almost
Yeah,
like
okay, I agree on that.
Yeah. You know, it's you know, with all the stuff that Marvel's doing, this is a book that either should have come out last year.
You can so
Well, they
tell
should've
this
done
is
it before they-
Alex Ross inspired just by that Spider-Man
Well,
panel.
almost definitely, but you know, the artwork is not good. The story is not good. This is not a worthwhile book, folks. It's not. You know, it's a neat.
if they were going to do something like this, they could have put it out before they started working on the 12. Because it's all the old school characters from the
No,
1940s.
very true, very true. And there's we were talking about this. There's this real weird trend now to bring back all these 1940s characters.
And this is like just another way of bringing back yet another Captain America into the fold.
Right,
Because
it's
that's too
confusing
much.
shit even
That
more.
is-
By now-
it's not,
That is too much.
Give the Captain America shit a break, guys, because, you know,
He's
by
everywhere.
now you've read the Captain America book, and if you haven't, we'll just tell you what happens. At the end of previous issue of Captain America, Sharon Carter found what appears to be a clone of Steve Rogers in the basement of the Red Skull's like office building or some
Yeah.
shit. And now you've got Secret Invasion where this Captain America is running around, and basically they're swearing to God that this is Captain America.
Yeah.
Right.
So who the hell knows what's going on? Now there are 3 Captain Americas plus the one who died makes 4.
It's
Who's
just a little
who?
much.
What's going on?
It's a little much. You know, and there's 12 more issues of this torture. And given that chances are this is not going to come out timely at all, we're going to have to live with this for 18 months. It's not worth it, and I really would venture to say steer away from this fucking.
You know, I was really nervous about it ever since I first saw that they
And
were
here,
going to do
well,
this.
here's what's interesting too is that Marvel co-branded it with Dynamite, which is the same
Really?
company. Yeah, which
Yeah,
is the
which
same.
I don't
Why-
like.
Because it's Ross and Kruger, who are the two
Yeah.
guys who do their projects through Dynamite.
I didn't know.
And
Because these
you
are all
know-
Marvel characters. The Invaders were tons of characters back in the 40s.
But Ross and Kruger do all the work through Dynamite. It's a weird pairing. It's not.
So it's like a
Again, not worth it.
cross-promotional gimmick thing?
Right.
So this
you
is
know,
probably Marvel letting Dynamite do their thing with this
right.
book.
And it's
Could
and also it has no bearing on any present continuity. So just fucking skip it, man. Or wait till it comes out in trade, get it in one long book, and then burn it. You know.
Fair enough.
So, but closing out.
You guys picked this
Man,
up, and you know what? This is an awesome cover when you study it closely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you looked at background of Nova, you have Nova fighting with the Silver Surfer with Galactus in the background taking up the entire panel. You see his nose and
Honestly,
like,
This
Except
his
book,
his face.
listen to me. This book is not at all what I expected it to be, and it was fucking even a billion
Awesome.
times better for it.
It's
Really?
awesome.
Spoiler alert: this is not him fighting Galactus.
Not
He
at
pretty-
all.
He says from the outset, "I'm not fucking with Galactus."
Also, what
I was like, if you guys had caught, it opens with him on a planet that's about to be that is being eaten by Galactus, and he tells the guy straight out, he's like, "If you called me 3 days ago, even I could have come by, I could have helped you out."
Uh-huh.
It's like, but it's way too late for that shit now, man. The best I can do is get you off planet.
Which is the reason why I call this the Nova's arc issue, because that's exactly what he does.
Yeah.
He spends the last 5 hours before basically the end of this planet, flying around back and forth, saving hundreds of thousands of
Yeah.
people, making sure they get on these lifeboats so they can colonize
Which
another
shows you how
world.
powerful he is.
Right.
And
exactly.
and on top of that, they had that really great subplot, which is there is
Sick nut.
there's
Yeah.
some sort of weird a phantom serial killer
Yeah.
floating from body to body in this, killing people, you know, in the chaos of people leaving.
Yeah.
It ends with him basically going to like buy time for this evacuation. Then you see him fighting Silver
He
Surfer.
pulls out a badge.
And if you
Not
guys,
his badge.
if you guys
Like,
notice,
yeah.
spoiler alert, at the end of the story, before he flies off to go talk to Galactus, he's got this phantom thing in a stasis cell.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the Emperor's eyes flash red.
Right, as though
He just got taken
right,
over.
like it's a setup.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, literally, this is a really, and it's a good jumping on point too. I would say that it's
Fantastic jumping on
Dan
point.
Abnett is writing his ass off. The artwork is good, but it's not fantastic. If you guys are fans of Green Lantern, or any of those, any cosmic storylines, this is the book to fucking watch.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They've managed to really, really ramp up the just kick-assedness of it and the fucking good, weird action. And I cannot endorse Nova enough, man. If you're missing it, you're a fuck up, and we're gonna feed you.
Is this a good jump on point?
Yes.
Fantastic
Yes,
jump
it
on
is.
point.
Absolutely.
It is.
This
Yeah.
starts
No,
the
I'll
brand
get it.
new, because starts the brand new arc. The
But it builds off the old one.
Right, it does build off the old one, and I really
I like this cover, and I'm a big Galactus
he's going to go
fan, so
toe to toe
I'll
with the Silver Surfer in the next issue, most likely.
Which is going to be.
But my big question is Silver Surfer working for Galactus again, or is
Yeah,
it?
he has been.
Because I have no idea.
Ever since the first Annihilation.
You know, this is just another good book from Dynamite. It's the first issue of The Man with No Name. If you're a Clint Eastwood fan, if you like westerns and things, I would definitely suggest you get this one. It was pretty cool, just in general, cool western angst. The guy looks like Clint Eastwood. They never really show his face from under the hat. If you're a fan of the movie trilogy, it's definitely cool. They got a pretty awesome variant cover from Arthur Soydum, which is almost the exact same cover of the Man with No Name special edition of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, with Clint Eastwood on the cover with that little sarong thing. He's got the hat on and shit from the end of the movie.
Sarong?
I don't know, whatever you'd call it. The little thing that he wears over the armor.
poncho.
It's a poncho, dude.
Sarong is like a fucking skirt that a man wears.
It's like a Hawaiian thing, right?
I don't ever want in my life see Clint Eastwood in a fucking sarong. What the hell is wrong with you?
I
I don't wear ponchos, man.
I don't wear sarongs, but I know what the hell it is.
Yes, you do.
I wear sarongs.
In the weekends.
What I do in the privacy of my own home is something completely different.
That about covers it this week, guys.
And we'd like to thank, I think I speak for all of us when I say we recently got the stats for the website, and we would like to thank every single one of you guys out there who's been watching, commenting, going to the boards, and just generally busting our balls a little bit online. We appreciate each and every one of you. You can reach us each and every time at questions@petesbasement.com and
MySpace.com/Pete'sBasement.
and
Drop us a line, man. Let us know what's going on.
please.
See you guys next week.
What?
Whoa. That's his. Did you just use the word audacity?
Audacity, yes.
Can you spell audacity?
Yes, I can.
Can you do it for the people in the audience?
AUDIC. No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
Write it down. Can I have a pen? Can somebody get me a pen that can spell it?
You're fired!
Pens! I don't want that one!
I like the way that works. I think we're going to have to get him to trade and have him write a book report. Which ought to be really great because he can neither read nor write. Ask him to spell audacity.
Ask him! You know the Greek martial art for like Greco-Roman wrestling is called pancration, and I'm sorry, but that just is a really horrendous name.
It's like you go to the doctor.
Yeah, you definitely don't know that.
Doctor, I've got pancration. Oh God, another ruptured rectum. That's
What the
AUDACITY. Audacity. I can spell it. I just can't spell it without writing it down. That's as it doesn't suck face.
We can do that. You have swords. All I have to do.
Yeah. It's true. All you have to do is hold it and have it.
Mets fan?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
Weren't you wearing a Yankee hat before?
That's Mets hat. It's Mets hat.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wasn't wearing a Yankees hat.
You sure?
I like the Yankees.
Alright.
Yeah, your father doesn't even let me in the basement sometimes. I like
I know. We gotta like sneak past him.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I don't know.